Alright guys, hey, so today I wanted to make a video talking about why the Xbox One X is still my favorite Xbox personally. Honestly, since the day I bought this console, I got it used, so it was actually a pretty good deal. I've really enjoyed it, and honestly, it was way ahead of its time when it first came out. You know, it can actually run 4K, not at the best performance, but it still runs it at like a decent speed. Although you're gonna get better gaming performance, I would say, playing at 1440p or 1080p is what I've found. So I would say the main reasons why I still really love this console is because, one, it's got a disk drive, so it's great for Xbox's gigantic backwards compatibility library. You can play tons of, Xbox 360 games on here. Like, you play your older Call of Duty games. You can also watch movies like Blu-rays and DVDs on it, which is what I really love about this console. Is that you can still use physical media in it. It's actually got a pretty compact form factor. It's pretty nice and slim, and it doesn't take up too much space. You could even take it on a road trip with you if you wanted to, or to a friend's house, let's say. It's pretty easy to pack up and go compared to some of the newer consoles, which are a lot bigger these days. The next feature I would say is great is that you can run any game off of the external hard drive, whereas with the newer Xbox Series X and S, you need these proprietary memory cards, which in my opinion, I'm not really a fan of. I prefer how the PS5 does it, where you can actually use an external NVMe, and that's why this generation I decided to go with the PS5. I've never been a fan of proprietary memory cards. I remember I had a PSP and I never bought those cards. It just seemed like a waste of money for me. The fact that you can't use it on anything else, is kind of frustrating. Like, whereas, if I didn't want to use this anymore on the Xbox, then I could just plug it in my PC and just format it and start using it there, It's really handy. And it's also got plenty of competition since it's such a standardized storage that, the prices are pretty good. Whereas with those memory cards, they can be pretty expensive from what I've seen. So you can upgrade the internal storage on this Xbox, whereas on the newer ones, you can't actually upgrade the internal storage. I think it's a very specific type of SSD in the new ones, and I don't even think you can actually, I don't think you could just put a fresh one in and set it up. Whereas with this one, you can actually take it apart, you can put an SSD in, which is what I did, and it honestly makes this thing just fly. Like, it's fast performance, and yeah, overall it's great. You could even put 2 terabytes in here if you wanted to, which is not something you can do with the newer consoles. Actually, another really big plus of the Xbox One X is that it's a really good value. These days you can get it for, like, at least here in Canada, like $250, maybe even closer to $220 or $200. Like, it's a really killer deal for this thing. You get a fantastic console that has plenty of storage that you can upgrade, you can make it faster, for a pretty reasonable cost. SSDs are pretty cheap these days, and you can just run a ton of games on here. Like, you can run, you can get those older CD games if you want, buy them off of eBay or Facebook, and you can also use it as a Blu-ray and DVD player. Like, yeah, it's great. So some bonus features about the Xbox One, I guess, in general, is that you can actually use the Series X controllers, or the newest generation of controllers, on this. So you don't have to get that newest console to get that same controller experience. And I think that's a really wonderful thing that Microsoft did. I think that, clearly Xbox is very accessibility focused, and that just makes it easier. It makes it so that more people will buy the controllers as well. It's not just limited to people that have the newest console to buy that controller. Which is one downside about the PS5, is that I don't think you can use PS5 controllers on the PS4 as far as I know. Another bonus feature is that it's actually got an HDMI input, which is kind of cool. Like, it's something that was only seen on this generation. It's not something that the newer generation has anymore. So you could plug in, let's say, like a Chromecast or even like a PS4 to this thing if you wanted to, be able to watch movies and shows like with a streaming stick. Let's say maybe it's an app that the Xbox doesn't support, or maybe you want to look at your computer or something. You can really use it for anything. It's wonderful. But yeah, those are my reasons why I'm still using the Xbox One X, and I still use it on a daily basis. I love this console. Like, maybe when it first came out, it was kind of expensive, but these days, it's totally worth it, and I would definitely recommend it if you're looking to get into the Xbox ecosystem. It's a great way to get access to Game Pass and to be able to play it at a decent resolution. I mostly game on this thing at 1440p, because then you get a good balance of frame rate and you know, slightly better graphics on the games that support it at least. But yeah, I think you're mainly going to see the best performance at 1080p and 1440p on this guy. And it just looks great on, you know, on a big screen TV. I feel like 4K, for me, I don't really notice that much of a difference personally. Although this would also be great for watching like 4K Blu-rays or streaming content in 4K as well. Cool. Well, anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. It's kind of just a fun video I wanted to talk about. I love just talking about these consoles and games that I love, and other technology and stuff too. Cool. Well, anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next video I make. I hope that you guys will hit the like and subscribe button, and yeah, check out more of my content. All right, I'll see you guys later. Johnny Tech signing out.